Hello again, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. It's Eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I have another message. I actually have a little bit of a repeating message. Okay, keep in mind, this is great conversation, if not merely advice. I speak to everyone. I don't call out signs unless I'm called to do that, but it really just speaks to everybody. So, like, share, subscribe. Let's get started. So I have a repeating message. Don't dim to fit in. Sisterhood, beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. This is some sister act type of stuff. I do have some tarot cards this time. Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Like they say, when there's a 10, there's an ace. I asked a specific question though. I'll get to it in a second. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. And I remember soul plane, the fated life versus the destiny life. Listen, y'all, in your career, not to downplay it, it's a kick-ass career. Okay, you burning yourself out doing this career. You paid well, you're received well by the people, but it's not authentically you. So to do what you're called to do, as you are picking up on those intuitive nudges, you're being called to take a rest, like a mental break, as they say. Take a rest. Okay? And it's something like, it's a negative connotation that's attached to what you do for your career. Something about dimming your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. You know, first of all, we're all born to do it big, shine bright. You know, you're made to expand. You're made to amplify on who you authentically are, who you spiritually are, and just your talent. It doesn't always have to be spiritual. It could be any kind of talent, your artistry, your writing, anything. But you got to keep in mind, I'm called to tell you, if someone wants to make you want to retract or notice or slowly back away from who you are and what you want to do, they're not for you and you're not for them. You know what I mean? Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you think about, if others don't want to be around you or you make them uncomfortable, it's because you're a shining light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. So you, without meaning to, are exposing somebody's smallness, or by choosing to play small when they should be playing just as big as you, if not bigger. Right? So by choosing to shine bright, you might just inspire them to turn on their light too, or not. But you're called to keep it player. Like, keep your light. Like, keep on doing what you're doing, even if it's in a different direction from everybody you know. And you know, all relationships are an essential energetic agreement. So the moment a person decides to start rising up, shining their light, becoming big, think about, I keep hearing Jay-Z and Kanye West, how they all both got started. Let's take Jay-Z for example. How when he first got started, everybody he started off rapping with wanted to talk their shit. The bigger he got, and he started to disassociate himself with them because they weren't an energetic or vibrational match for where he wanted to go anymore. And these are like the earlier days, like the first couple albums he made from like the mid to late 90s. So think about that era and think about the drama that was surrounding him as he was propelling forward. You know, and the energetic agreements change and can create some waves sometimes. That's okay though. That's normal. But the relationships that are meant to last for you, they will adapt to the change in energy. Others won't, because they were likely born under the proviso of I love you as long as you don't shine brighter than me. That's like a conditional lover. As long as you're not bigger than me, I love the hell out of you forever and more. Those people are not meant to be in your life forever, but the lessons they all teach us is meant to propel us forward. You dig what I'm saying? Sisterhood of the priest, sisterhood of the rose. That's not somebody who's meant to be played with neither. You're a teacher. You're meant to educate the people on how to heal the emotional, how to keep propelling forward emotionally, mentally, No matter where your career is or what career you're doing, what you're taking, like you're meant to be face your north node. Even if you are in corporate America, I talk a lot about not being in corporate America because that resonates personally. But this also speaks to people who does work in corporate America or who choose to stay in corporate America. That's okay too, if that's what you're called to do. But it doesn't stop you from facing your north node. I feel like personally, corporate America could use a lot more north nodes. They're too stiff, personally, but that's just me. I also have the Chariot and the Justice. Moving forward, balancing out the scales, legal documents. These are business agreements. Let me find out somebody is sending you emails and talking and you're making phone calls. You're doing it big. And they tried to write you off as some kind of oracle card reader, but you're doing it big. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came on. Time is not running out. And on the bottom again, you're not for everyone. Let me just remind you, you're not for everyone. You're also not alone. So it's not meant for you to just be isolated behind your computer. You have popularity on a social media platform or something like that, but you still need to have physical connections. Okay, you don't have to do this alone. You're not really called to do this alone. What am I talking about? Where are we going with this conversation? Trust the timing. You may think you missed the window of opportunity. That's what that card means. And it took so long that you think you missed your opportunity. But just because it's taking longer than you thought it would take, it doesn't equate to you losing an opportunity. You do have a double mission. And they play well with each other. Regardless of what your career is, and you answer to your spiritual calling, they play well to each other. They play well with each other. You are called to take baby steps, to follow your intuition even before it makes sense, and know the time is not running out. This gives me Taurus energy. This is the Hierophant card in this deck. So you, my darling, man or woman, if this is a man, he's surrounded by really strong sisters. Doesn't matter the culture, they just strong. They have strong spirits. Two of Cups. See what I mean? I feel like this is a person who's with the right people. You just want to make sure you're doing everything that you can do. This is somebody who has bad nerves. This gives me Virgo energy too. Somebody who worries by nature, who's just very particular, organized, structured, disciplined in what they're trying to accomplish. So they get it done. Okay? The King of Pentacles. What I say? Earth energy. This is somebody who will take 20 years, if that's what it takes. They will take their time and diligently build, even if it means isolate themselves from their loved ones. But you have your loved ones. There's an emotional tie with this King of Pentacles and these sisters. The Sisterhood of Roses. So, is this a man trying to go? He's being called to answer his spiritual, his other abilities. Yes, you have a career, but you're also being called to answer to what's get that.
No?
Yes.
Yeah?
I asked you to be quiet. So this is a man who could be in a legal system, who works in a legal system. It could be anything. Could also work for himself with the 10, the Ace, and the King of Pentacles. But something is telling him to follow. His intuition is nudging him to propel forward and take baby steps, even before it makes sense. And somebody he met That's a Two of Cups, and he see them as a Two of Cups, but don't see how they could be together. But he see that this person is strong on one aspect. It's a double mission. Light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. He's getting that. He's gaining a lot of inspiration. This could be a best friend, could be his sisters, could be a business partnership, or just something that grew, that started from a business partnership. But this King of Pentacles is very different from what people expect him to be. Little do they know. They don't even know that. They don't know what moves him with the Chariot card and the Justice card. And he is so ready. I feel like he's drained in what he does, because the type of work that he does, if you're working in a legal system, you deal with people a lot. So it could be sucking all his energy out to the point where he's feeling depleted a lot, which is why he's called to water his garden. Okay? Take a rest. Your fated life, you could have been raised to go to college, get a good education, get a strong career. It may even be the career you're in now is what you were raised to do. But then you also have a higher calling, the destined life. And this is where I feel like he's at that fork in the road. And to trust the timing. This is a mature man. King of Pentacles is somebody in their 40s. Could be younger, but this is a person who's in their late 30s going into their 40s. But not older than 50. But I see 40s. Mid, like 35 to 45 range. Could be a little older, but in their 40s. Because this is a mature man. And he gaining a lot of wisdom. Has gained or is gaining a lot of wisdom from this Two of Cups. From this person he sees as a forever partner. But he never... I get the hint that he's not around this person. It takes time. As a person who diligently likes to take their time and grow things accordingly. But this is somebody he gained a lot of wisdom from. Just like he can teach this person a lot of stuff, this person has taught him a lot of stuff. Temperance is a card of healing. And it's balancing your spirituality and your practicality. And I feel like with that here, with the Two of Cups, that's a definite divine soulmate or a twin flame. But the Chariot here tells me he moved away from this before he fundamentally understood what it was supposed to do for him, or what it means. So this person could have been having dreams too. Not so much about the person, but about what the person represented. Because I'm looking at this card now. This person is like on a ledge, like climbed up the top of something that's led down a divine path. But if you see this is a bigger version of that person's self. So this represents this person's higher self. If you look at it, you can't see it on camera, but this is somebody who, this is a shape of a person. And that's what I feel like that Two of Cups represents for this person. But this can also, I feel like this represents two different women that this person is emotionally attached to. One is more spiritual, and one is just who that person loves for whatever reason or another. But he didn't expect that. So now there has to be a balance. Who balances him better? I feel like his person is at a fork in the road with one person is leading him down a double mission, while the other person is a soulmate for more family oriented reasons. He could be married to one of them, but spiritually married to the other one. tangibly married to one, spiritually married to the other one, which is still a bit of an energetic connection, of course, but I think, or what it feels like, is the other person that he's spiritually married to, he's being led to that person. Not for illegitimate reasons, but just to really have a heart-to-heart conversation with this person to clarify what he's feeling and what's happening. But with the "you're not alone" card, the isolation, he may speak to this person on social media, or may watch this person on social media and feel connected that way. But that's not enough. You have to talk. When you really feel this way about somebody, a Two of Cups, but you're isolated from that person, or isolating yourself from that person, maybe you feel like he has to. There's no other way. But he's trying to, what does he want? Like, what's his end? Is he trying to speak and have a conversation with the person that he's not in communication with? What does he want with that person? I feel like this person is teaching him, okay, this is leading me to my higher self. Two of Swords. He's made a decision with the Strength card on the bottom. He's made a decision to remain noble, integral, professional. Because in hopes that it will start a new cycle. A cycle built off of reciprocity. Because it wasn't the timing wasn't right. But isn't that card that says trust that the timing is not running out? Trust the timing that you came in on. And also the world can represent, he thinks that it's over. Or feels like what he did has ended it. With the Four of Swords. He's feeling some type of way. It could be a mood that he gets in when he thinks about this person, especially when he's called to follow his intuition regarding himself or that person, and how that person ties into his newfound direction. And the Hierophant is here. So, like I said, the Sisterhood of the Rose. This is somebody he's very spiritually connected to. This is somebody who's a soul tribe. This is somebody who's who he's led to connect with more people that's like-spirited. Not so much like-minded. So one person could be like-minded, the other person is like-spirited. And like-minded to some degree as well. But one leans more to one way and one leans toward the other way. I see Queen of Swords. I see two Kings of Swords. Doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. And or both. But he really understands this connection. With the Two of Swords, that's two people operating in the same mind and two people who operate in the same heart space, spiritual. But he can't help but notice that this connection with the Two of Cups, it feels a lot better. It's the element that was missing. So now with the Four of Swords here, it's retreat. It's overcoming rejection. So this is somebody who he feels gets him. And he remembers, he reminisces, he thinks about you a lot. Like he really has a lot of love for you. He thinks about you a lot. And he hopes that you are okay. You are doing okay. Everything is, life's a work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. He don't want you to run yourself in the ground. I don't know why I was called to say that. He just likes to know that you are taking the best care of yourself. And how does he have a way of knowing how does he know how she's doing? Like, is he, honestly, are you watching her online? Do you know if she has a platform or not? Let's just ask. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is planting seeds and waiting for them to grow. So he's like a prayer warrior. He is like leaning more on an intuitive side. Like, there's a bird in this. I feel like it's a yes. This is a card of fertility as well. He's watching you. He's watching you. Like, he planted seeds in you. He feel like he did something to help you further along. But he only saw it in a way where it's good for you. He didn't know that it would be good for him too. So now he's watching you like get your black swine on like this and see the birdie in the background. Like he's watching you grow. Like he planted the seed and he's watching it come into fruition. And see you stick out from the rest. Like he clearly, yes, because now I'm looking at the illustration. There's other birds in the water, like sitting ducks. Look how you stand out with those red shoes on. Those red shoes are significant. The fact that those ballerina shoes are in the color red is significant for somebody. That's a yes. And he's in retreat. And Four of Swords can also represent a little bit of depression, a little bit, but it's because he doesn't see where he can join you. And he would definitely support you and join you in what you do. Definitely. I said the Queen of Swords. I see a Queen of Swords. I also saw the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Like this journey is, it takes a while. Like it takes a while to build. It's slow and steady. And seeing that you're knowledgeable, you know, the guru of your crew, the warrior, how you protect yourself, how you keep yourself guarded. In some way or another, you could have guarded yourself from him. But I also see that, or he sees that, this person sees that you have done things or began moving in a certain way that guards you, period. That protects you, period. Like your energy, period. Like just, you could be speaking it into existence. The things that you say and the things that you teach people could be advising people to keep their guard up. You know, make sure you're protecting yourself. Make sure you're taking ritual baths. Make sure you clear your mind. You know, make sure you clear your energy. And that's a no-nonsense person, Queen of Swords. Because the Queen of Swords already know what it's like to be a giver and where it can take you. That could also be this person too, with the Queen of Swords and the Four of Swords. Like this process is not gonna, like you don't build, they didn't build Rome in a day. Or Wands. It's slow and steady, but you get to that place of stability, that place of celebration, like you're almost there. There's going to come a time where you're going to get to celebrate with each other. And the Justice card, she's wearing a red dress too. This is karmic justice for this person that has propelled forward, even though they were having a very uncomfortable time. Make it all make sense. Move forward with your intuition even before it makes sense. By the time y'all cross paths again, you're going to be so legit in what you do. People are going to be like lined up, booking appointments to speak to you, to hear it for your expertise. Just experience what it's like for your expertise. I think this is how he sees you too. You could have blonde hair, or could have colored your hair blonde. You see that? See that girl's hair? She's young. And she's wearing red again. That's very significant. Give in to me. I hear Michael Jackson. Give in to me. Even the Chariot has red hues on her pants. I'm not sure you can see all this stuff on the camera. But it's a lot of red, a lot of passion. A lot of passion. That's Six of Pentacles. Like the red is in the background. It's like, it's behind him though. That King of Pentacles is like, I know where my heart lies, but tangibly, I gotta keep moving forward. Duty calls. Like to him, it's like duty calls. And now you're like that too. Like you're almost where he's at. The Knight, and then there's a Queen. Like you know that you gotta move in silence. That Queen of Swords, Four of Swords can also mean move in silence. while you slowly build it up to get to put things in the earthly realm. Like, you're a great communicator. Somebody who's disciplined. Can even represent somebody from the military. Or just has that military swag, that disciplinary way of doing things. And so, and this wasn't easy. This was somebody who was confused at one time. Two of Swords, confusion about what to do with all this intensity, with all this passion, and how can I correlate it with where I'm at in life or where I'm going in life. King of Wands. This is somebody who takes accountability and is very spiritual, very stable. Okay? I feel like this is the same person, the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. But the King of Wands represents you too. How you just establish yourself in a professional sense through your talents and abilities to things that are unconventional, and turned it into a successful business, turns it into a huge pinnacle for yourself. And this is where y'all start again with the reciprocity. Y'all become a more vibrational match. Look at this shit. Counterparts. Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess. What did I just say? With the King of Wands, that's deeply spiritual. And the Queen of Pentacles is balancing both your masculinity and your femininity, as well as counterparts. So there you go. There you go. That pretty much sums it all up. One is still building their empire, and the other one is building on their spirituality. They're rich in different ways. One is rich spiritually, one is rich tangibly. And they collaborate very well with each other. And they know that with the Two of Cups. Their souls speak to each other. This Queen of Pentacles has a key in her hand. She has the key to this person's soul, his heart, and a portal to his soul. Now she's being called and given the opportunity to step up tangibly with all her abilities, her psychic abilities and spiritual abilities, and her discipline, and her respect, and her honor. So that's it for right now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope this resonates and hope this helps. Until next time.